Okay, ladies and gents, welcome to Community Update 6. Alright, it is your favorite Asian robot here, and I'll be going through this community update. It's kind of small. I don't know how to structure it better so that you can see it better, because quite frankly, this is what I got on my Steam. But what I can do is I can provide a link in the description of this video if you want to read it yourself. Basically, the next patch is going to be patch 10.0.0.20, okay? 10.0.20, and basically this patch is due to arrive December 15th, all right, which will be December 16th for those of us in the Oceania region, probably around 2 a.m. I don't have an exact time on it, but at least we know it's only been delayed by 1 day. Okay, so they are indeed, fixing things and getting things done. I'm just going to give you a quick run through. In terms of stability, all right, they're actively investigating the remaining GPU related crashes. Most of these should not be occurring anymore, assuming you follow my settings. I have the video on that. You can ask me for a link if you need. The penances not being updated, they're actively investigating that. The error codes 4008 and 2007. The problems with Twitch drops, and the players reporting that no rewards or progressions are given after mission completion. All right, they're still actively investigating those. I haven't heard of anybody having any issues with the last two, but if you have, let me know. They're currently fixing the fact that contracts do not progress for some players, but again, these have only occurred temporarily. Usually it clears up the next day and I'm able to progress it. Various penances work differently than expected. Server crash kicking players, which is error code 2001. They have identified the cause of that issue and they're working on solves. And stuck in queue position 1. I've literally never heard of anyone complain of this, but if you do have this issue, it's getting solved. Okay, the Commodore's vestures. They have removed the timer on the skins in there because they're gonna wait until they have at least 3 screens worth of cosmetic bundles. Until then, they will not be rotated. So yeah, they're gonna leave all that up there, so there's no timer on it. Okay, cosmetics will continuously go in and out and nothing will be gone forever. It's just going to be on rotation to keep the store clean. Okay, content drop. Okay, there's going to be a new map and 2 new weapons. One for the Ogryn and one for the Zealot. All right, now I'm hoping that the Zealot weapon will, clear up the problems that we had with the Thunderhammer. Well, the problems I had with the Thunderhammer, at least. And according to this, okay, there's also going to be the inclusion of private games, which you already knew, and the addition of 3 new map conditions. I'm going to go through them now so that you guys don't have to read it if you don't want to. Okay, in Comsplex 154, second floor, it's up to you and your strike team to gain access to the Comsplex, get to the roof of the Archivum, and transmit a message to your allies in the Imperium. To support the launch of the Comsplex, we will enable several conditions during this mission over the next few days. I'm looking forward to them. The 2 new weapons are the Indignatus Mark 4E Crusher. That's a 2-handed power maul for Zealots. Hopefully it will be better than the Thunderhammer. I'm looking forward to trying it. The Achilles Mark 1 power maul is a 1-handed power maul for Ogryns. All right. So Ogryns, you can enjoy that. Private play will now be enabled when starting a mission from the mission board for strike teams of 2 to 4 players. Refine is now available in the Shrine of the Omnissiah. You can now choose to refine a single perk, which will lock other perks. Perks in the item card view will show their tier through the number of diamonds next to the perk, ranging from 1 to 4. Each refine action taken on a perk will see a cost reduction for resources. Okay, interesting. 2 new conditions. The hunting grounds, where rejects will have to fend off an increased number of poxhounds, and assault. More ammo, less healing, more enemies. Prepare to run. Okay, very interesting conditions. I'm kind of interested to see how that goes. But more ammo, less healing, I guess you'll have to go in there and be a little hardcore with that one. In terms of patch notes for patch... Oh, it's a typo. It's patch 1.020. Okay. Well, that's a typo there. Anyway, so the patch is 1.0.20. In terms of the general updates or quality of life, the chat window is now accessible on all loading screens and during the outro cinematic. Okay, fine. There's the option to merge strike teams at the end of round screen has been temporarily removed while they improve the functionality. So it was causing problems before, now they've removed it. There is now a 2,400 Aquila pack, so cosmetic bundles can be purchased at face value. All right, this is a change that I've been very vocal about, and I'm glad that it went through. In terms of performance and stability, they're fixing the GPU crashes, fixed a bug where clients would get mismatching player loadouts from the server, which would cause a bunch of different crashes. They fixed a bug with fired projectiles VFX crashing the game when the player leaves the game. Fixed an issue that could cause a client crash when using weapons while under the influence of various attack speed or reload speed buffs. Makes sense. Fixed various and numerous unspecified crashes. So, you know, do let me know if stability is better after this one, and make sure you're trying out my settings. Contracts and penances. Isolated and resolved a rare issue that could cause contract progression during a mission to be lost when the mission completes at the end of the round. An issue was detected in the penance pick and mix where it could in some circumstances not be awarded as expected. Okay, cool. New localizations added for several UI texts. Okay, in terms of weapons, the assault chain axis and heavy eviscerator should now apply the appropriate movement slowdown on light and heavy attacks. Ogryn's ranged weapons with melee special attacks should now change crosshair when using their special attacks. They fixed an issue where players would stay in aim down sights while using the bayonet with the Lucius pattern lasguns. They fixed an issue where players would stay in aim down sights while using special attack with the Akatran Mark II heavy las pistol and Zerona Mark II quick draw stub revolver. Fixed an issue where Psyker could not use the Akatran Mark II heavy las pistol. It should now be possible to cancel a reload by using the weapon special on the Zerona Mark IIA quick draw stub revolver. Auto guns should now more reliably interrupt other actions when performing a weapon special attack. Fixed a bug where weapon stagger in the control collateral stat didn't work as intended on weapons like the Ripper gun. They fixed an issue where players could use the special attack while aiming down sights with the Akatran Mark II heavy las pistol and Zerona Mark II quick draw stub revolver. They fixed a bug where Flamer and Purgator Staff secondary attacks would not damage the enemies if the attack was too short. So some of you guys that didn't charge enough, well, there you go. That's fixed. Force Sword weapon special now creates a larger blast on damaging and killing heretics. Nice. That is a nice buff to that. Fixed a bug where a special attack follow-up on the Katakan Mark III combat blade did not scale with the damage stat. Fair enough. Fixed a bug where the Ripper gun's reload can be interrupted such that you can fire it without a magazine. They fixed a bug where overheat only dissipated when having a weapon wielded. Okay. They tweaked the Lock Mark II Spearhead bolt gun and added equip variations and reworked original equip to make equip animations less repetitive and frustrating. Fixed issues with snapping and unaiming while shooting. Fixed exploit where weapon swapping at the right time would result in a much faster reload. So don't use exploits. They tuned down, okay, for the Mark III Power Sword, they tuned down cleave on powered attacks from infinite to simply very big cleave, so around 10 enemies. They added damage fall off for targets beyond the third on heavy activated sweeps. All right, so the Power Sword got a bit of a nerf. They tweaked the Lucius pattern lasguns. All right, so they cleaned up the sight a little bit by increasing the aim down sights FOV. They tuned the charging VFX to unblock the view of the shot. They decreased the ammo consumption on a fully charged shot. So these are your hellbores, I'm pretty sure. And they reduced the charge time ranges until fully charged. So yeah, the Mark II is the fastest. Okay, good. They reduced the chain time for the Mark III bayonet slash from 0.5 to 0.3 and increased the damage versus armored and resistance on low charge. So basically the hellbores should be better overall. They reduced suppression sway, reduced baseline sway. All that's pretty damn good. They tweaked the plasma gun. So they increased the clip size range from 150 to 75 out of 150 from 60 to 100. Still one clip in reserve while with matching adjustment. They improved vent durations. Both active venting is now 3 seconds, down from 4 seconds, and passive venting is now 15 seconds, down from 20 seconds. Adjusted vent speed curves over thresholds and lowered the high threshold to 60. Okay. The time scales of venting are now low 80%, high 50%, critical 25%. All right. Retune vent damage to a player. It should be in the same ballpark, but scale more aggressively. So lower overcharge gives less damage. Okay. They allow heavy charge shots to continue after shooting through geometry. Entry and exit both create explosions. Wow. Okay. So now it's a feature that you can shoot through walls. That's awesome. They tweaked the stub revolver. So ammo reserve from 25 to 40 now goes from 35 to 70. They increased the far range from 23 to 35, so stub revolver fans rejoice. Increased the high-end base damage range to 200 to 400, and it was 200 to 350. They increased hit scan range to fix issues where no hits would be detected at very long ranges. They tweaked the Vrax Mark III and 7 and the Agrippina Mark 8 Headhunter autoguns. They reduced recoil vertical rise on all Headhunter autoguns. They increased the damage overall, so this should be better. They tweaked the heavy eviscerator and increased the baseline damage armor mod versus flak armor and infested on light attacks. They increased the baseline impact armor mod versus flak armor, maniacs, carapace armor on light attacks. They increased the horizontal light attack damage. All right, adjusted target follow to match, and they increased the diagonal light attack damage as well. In terms of the Thunderhammer, now please let's see that this gets a buff. They increased the light attack baseline armor mod. Okay, don't care about that. Increased the heavy attack baseline armor mod. Okay, don't care about that. They fixed a bug where the Thunderhammer was missing the weapon special activate chain from block. Okay, that's good. That's a buff technically, because now you finally have the same thing that the power sword has. They fixed an issue where Lucius pattern last guns were ignoring shoot input after getting stunned in ADS. Wait, what? That's it for the Thunderhammer? Damn it. Why? They could have buffed it. Oh well. They fixed an issue where... Oh yeah, okay, I already read that one. They fixed a bug where you couldn't initiate the weapon special from the push action. It's now been fixed for all heavy swords and tactical axes. So yay, you can now use the special attack straight after the push action. They fixed the bug where animation was snapping and unaiming right after shooting on last guns and the shotgun. Okay. They fixed a bug with the twin-linked heavy stubber where primary fire didn't buffer properly from wield, leaving braced and sliding, etc. Okay. Now, let's see what else they fixed. They fixed an issue where Zealot's Preacher ability, Chastise the Wicked, would get interrupted if used while having been pushed by enemy attacks. So now that has been fixed. They fixed an issue where Psykinetic's Inner Tranquility talent caused slower quell speeds. They fixed a bug where being hit while lugging disabled coherency toughness regeneration for 100 seconds or until hit again. Okay. They improved precision smart targeting. They fixed a bug where you couldn't perform heavy attacks while the Oculus Obscurus Mark II Blaze Force Sword. Wait, what? Fixed a bug where you couldn't perform heavy attacks while with the Obscurus Mark II Blaze Force Sword whilst holding sprint. Made sure all attacks and start actions can be used with sprint. Okay, great. They fixed an issue where the Zealot Preacher would dash through enemies if they were too close. They fixed an issue where some pickups could not be interacted with due to being inside collision. Okay, that's fixed. Good. In terms of the enemies, they fixed some issues where Poxhound could launch into the stratosphere. Okay, good. No more Hound Space Program. Some guard helmets which depicted 4 instead of 6. Okay, nice. In terms of missions, okay, this one generally are just fixes of areas where, you know, grimoires couldn't get collected, things getting stuck in terrain, stuff like that. If you want to read through it yourself, you can. It's mostly just to do with the specific missions themselves. All of it is like, you know, grimoires couldn't be collected, stuff like that. Okay. The Enclavum Baros mission, they tweaked the timing and added a few elites to the end event, so it'll be a tiny bit harder now. Fixed an NPC shooting without a gun in the prologue. Lol. Okay. That amuses me greatly. Okay, let me see. In terms of the special effects, VFX, and animations, Auspex scan targets should no longer remain outlined after completing a scan. Okay, let me see if there's anything important here. I'm just going to take a quick read through. Otherwise, it's all just animation stuff, which I don't think you guys are too interested in. Nope, nothing too crazy in there. In terms of character customization, they have fixed various issues with the cosmetics, including clipping. They've resolved an issue where selecting blind eye options would remove the information about the Cadia homeworld restriction during the character creation screens. They resolved an issue where the Psyker convict upper body garb for the crime of misplaced faith may disappear from the inventory view. It was never removed from your inventory but may have appeared to be no longer present. They've resolved an issue where restrictions on items would disappear when viewing an item in the Commodore's vestures. And they fixed an issue with an Ogren mustache that only appeared during cutscenes or when observed within kissing distance. Note, do not kiss the Ogren. Okay, that's all good. There are several exploits that still haven't been fixed, but I'll probably question them more on this because there's other stuff that I need to go through with the Zealot as well. That's about it. It's actually a fairly meaty update, and it does seem like they're working on a whole bunch of stuff. Definitely the Psyker exploit has not been fixed, that's for sure. So hopefully that one gets done as well. They are aware of the issue, so I will probably chase them a little bit and see if we can get more of these fixes out, because there's still other bugs that have yet to be fixed, yet to be resolved. I don't know if players have brought it to their attention, but I'll try. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you guys will enjoy patch 1.0.20. That's the correct number. Okay. And I will see you guys on the Mourningstar. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you can, and if you like this video, don't forget to get it to about 100 likes if you can. Thank you very much. I'll see you on the next one. Oh, and before I go, almost forgot. We can't forget our channel members, because we have several new ones and I'm super proud of that. So give me a moment. Okay, starting right at the top. All right, in terms of Plus Ultra, we've got Death Donnie 982, our Plus Ultra top liner. In terms of our Prestige robots, we've got Raining Mezzer, Jerry Fast, Joshua Moritz, Rogue Assassin, Oh Mr. Cream Puff, Zach NFG. All right, they're all Prestige. Thank you guys so much. These are our top tier. In terms of our honored robots, we have Grim Reaper 2296, Tyler King, Miss Eve, Daniel Morris, Brian Lancaster, Mason, The Oculus, Wild Hunt, Coda CMF, AKJ, also known as Nuev, Kami SMH, Jammer Boy, Conrad C, Jacob Gabrick, Nate the Great, Curtis Sussler, MJ, Shadow, Corey Ryu, Benjamin Savage, Lady Neo, Anarchy Inc., Greasy Burger, and Stefan Geyer. Thank you guys so much, and thank you to all of our cool bots as well. I'll see you on the next one. Y'all have a good time.